Hello and welcome to a Queen of the Damned soundtrack review. As many of you may be aware, the soundtrack is almost 24 years old now. I feel it has definitely stood the test of time and it's held up over the years. And I feel as if the popularity around the film today is based around the soundtrack. So I thought it might be a really cool idea to go through each track one by one and rate them in order. Obviously, this video is my opinion, so if your favorite song is down towards the bottom, I do apologize for that. But I will say that there was no song on the album that I feel was bad. Okay, so these are all good songs. So I mean, being last doesn't mean that it's a terrible song by any means. Also, I'd like to make you aware that I've made a playlist called, I think it's called The Vampire Lestat. Yeah, it's like a follow-on of the soundtrack. So I've put the soundtrack on there, and then after that, I've kind of put songs that I feel are of that vibe and would have fit the film or fit the soundtrack. So it's like a continuation of the soundtrack. And it's on Spotify, so I'll leave a link for that in the description. And so yeah, please enjoy the video. Okay, so in last place, sorry to any fans of the band Godhead, but the song Penetrate, I feel, is maybe the weakest song. But again, it's the weakest song of a good bunch, so it's not as if it's bad by default. I would say the song leaves me feeling a little bit cold. I feel that might be by design. And personally, I'm not too into the verses, but I feel that the chorus is a good chorus that kind of saves the song almost for me. And it does fit the film nicely and fits the soundtrack nicely, and you know, I think it fits the theme of the film really well. So yeah, it's by no means a bad song. Personally, it's not one that I would rate that highly. Next up at number 13, lucky for some, unlucky for many. Unlucky for Earshot, unfortunately, because their song Headstrong makes it into number 13. I like the verses a lot, and the main riff is really cool, and I feel the song does a good job of building tension. And the chorus isn't terrible, but I feel it's slightly anticlimactic after what was a good opening to the song. It's not a bad song by any means, but I feel it just doesn't live up to the rest of the soundtrack, and it kind of stands out because of it. The middle section, the bridge, is really cool as well. So I mean, there are definitely redeeming points to the song, but I feel it's, you know, it doesn't really hold up to the rest of the album, and as I say, it does kind of stand out because of it. That's my verdict of that one. Okay, next up is number 12. That's Body Crumbles by the band Dry Cell. It's very much of its time. It sounds like it was made in around 2002, which is when the album was released. I think the bass line in the verses is really, really cool, and the verses lead into the chorus very well. But I just can't help feeling it's. I mean, I hate the word rip-off because, I mean, really nothing is original. But I mean, to me, it just sounds like so much like Linkin Park, but like just not as good. I mean, the singer is definitely influenced by Chester Bennington, and that's not a bad thing by any means. You know what I mean? That's a good person to be influenced by. I mean, it's a very catchy song, so you know, it's certainly not bad. But I mean, I've heard this song now for 24 years, and I just can't seem to get past like the Linkin Park aspect. You know, it just sounds too much like them. That might be quite harsh because, you know, as I say, nothing is truly original, really. You know, everything takes something from somewhere. But it just feels a tad on the nose for my liking in this particular song. And a quarter of a century later, I just haven't really got over that. So that's my take of this song. Okay, so number 11. I feel this is where I might lose a lot of you, and and I feel I might, in fact, annoy a lot of you. But I mean, that was not my intention. So number 11 is Disturbed with Down with the Sickness, and it's obviously the classic of the genre. I can see why people will be very angry at this verdict. But I'm trying to be as truly objective as I can, and I don't listen to or like Disturbed, and this song especially got really, really overplayed when it came out, either by friends or in like rock clubs back in the day. I'm sure many of you can relate to that as a song that you just heard too much, and this grates on you now. I mean, that being said, I can still really appreciate what it is. I mean, the drums are really good. The main riff is really good. The lyrics, even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't written for the film, lyrics really fit the film nicely. And like the bridge section is very much iconic and pretty unique, to be fair. The song is undoubtedly good for what it is, and for the time that it was written in, it goes perfectly. Ultimately, I can see why someone would love this song, but for me, it just doesn't do a lot for me anymore. As I said in the beginning, there's no bad songs on here, so I mean, don't take that as a diss against the song, because I can objectively see that it is a very well written song for the genre. So yeah, number 11, Disturbed. Okay, so at number 10 we have Tricky with the song Excess. I like Tricky a lot, especially as a member of Massive Attack. And this is a cool song, to be fair, and it fits the film really well. It's got that creepy vibe, and if anything, I think that's one thing that the soundtrack maybe lacked. With more songs like this, which had like electronica vibe, which was also big at the time as well. But the tension builds really nicely over the duration of the song. But at the end, I'm actually wanting more. So I mean, that must be a good thing. The instrumental sections of the song are really cool, very atmospheric. The chorus isn't my favourite part of the song, but it works well. Ultimately, it's a song that it fits really well in the film, but on the soundtrack it stands out because there's not many other songs like it, or any other songs like it on the CD. And I think the CD could have benefited from one or two more songs like this. But yeah, it's a good song. At number 9 we have the first of the songs that were written for the album, and that is Not Meant For Me by Wayne Static. I'm sure, as everyone watching this is aware, the 5 songs that made it to the CD that were original songs were written by Jonathan Davis. And I think for the most part for these songs you can really tell, because he has his own style, so even when someone's singing his songs you can really tell it's by him. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. And I think all of the vocalists do a very good job. So this isn't a slight against Wayne Static, but yeah, I just feel that this song isn't outstanding. The chorus is really cool. The lyrics to the chorus are really cool. I think the lyrics in the verses are a little cheesy. I think it fits the mood of the film really nicely, and it builds up really well. I think there's a nice pace to the song, and it's not too long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. So it's by no means an outstanding song on the album, but it's it fits in there nicely. It's got a home on the CD. I think it's the opening track, right? Am I right in there? So yeah, I think it serves its purpose very well. Yeah, so at number 8 we have the song System by Linkin Park's Chester Bennington, R.I.P. And so Chester does a fantastic job here, but again, it's very much a JD style song, a Jonathan Davis style song, and that really stands out like a sore thumb. I remember distinctly one time I showed the song to someone, not telling them, where it was from, and within half a minute they said it sounds like Korn. You know, that's without them knowing who wrote the song. So yeah, Chester does a really good job considering that it's very much, you know, not really his style, but I will say that the song is excellent, to be honest with you. Chester's vocal delivery is just awesome, you know, outstanding. The chorus especially is so memorable and it's so epic. Fits the film and the soundtrack like a glove. It's just, yeah, it's tremendous. The lyrics really fit for the film. Yeah, I mean, that bridge is crushing, you know. Some great riffs in there, some great lyrics, some great vocal delivery. There's nothing bad to say, really. It's just obviously not his song, but he does a great job with it. Next we have Dead Cell by Papa Roach. This is a classic of my youth. I bought this album when it came out. Every song of the album I thought was really cool. It's from a classic album. Yeah, I think the riffs are really good. The song holds up all these years later, but it's very much of its time. The chorus is really good. The rapping in the verses is really cool. I think the best part of the song is that it just keeps the energy going throughout, so like there's no real breaks to it. And I think that serves the song, you know, I think that really, really helps it. And also, it doesn't really fit the film that well, in my opinion. I also saw the song live. I think it's maybe the only song on this list that I've actually seen live. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So next is Marilyn Manson with Redeemer. This is another song that was written by Jonathan Davis. And I think, in a way, it's kind of obvious, but if you weren't aware, that maybe you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Maybe you wouldn't realise. The song has like a creepy vibe to it, which I think really cool. The drums are really nice. I think the one bad thing about it is that it's very short. Really, I mean, it feels short, and that might be a compliment because it says that I probably really enjoyed it and wanted more. It's definitely a really cool song. It's got a good home on the CD. Fans of Marilyn Manson might not see it as a classic of his, but I think it serves the purpose of the soundtrack really well, and I think he does a very good job with it. Okay, so starting the top 5 there, we've got Cold by Static X, R.I.P. Wayne. Yeah, so the song is obviously a classic, especially of this particular era. It's a very creepy feeling throughout. It's a very powerful kind of song. The riffs are really cool. I like how the verses lead into the chorus. You know, like it all kind of has a place. Do you know what I mean? There's no seconds that are wasted. I like the way that he's singing during the gaps between the riffs. I think that's a very cool effect. The chorus is just, you know, anthemic and, you know, classic. It's a simple song, but it's very effective. It's like a less is more approach. The song will definitely leave an impression on the listener. Yeah, and it's not too long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. And I think 24 years later, it's still, you know, got a big impact when you listen to it. It's got, you know, like a big chorus, like I said, anthemic. Yeah, that's definitely stood the test of time very well. So yeah, number 5. At number 4, we've got a bit of a dark horse entry, Before I'm Dead by Kidney Thieves. It's one of my personal highlights of the album. I think the way it fits, the ending of the film is just absolutely tremendous. You know, that's very memorable for anyone who's seen the film. That opening riff just grabs you straight away. There's a very frantic kind of musical sound in the verses, which contrasts with the melodic vocals, which works for me very well. The singer's obviously really, really good. The main bass line's awesome. It's fantastic. The tension builds in the verses, and then for the chorus, the song just bursts into this really powerful and epic chorus, which I just think works so well. Yeah, it's just like sort of like a stop and, you know, take notice kind of chorus. It's like really, really cool. And it's actually probably the most underrated song on the album. I think the bridge section's also really good. And out there's an acoustic version too, which is really cool, and it's definitely worth a listen for anyone who hasn't heard it. And if anyone listening to this is a fan of the band, please let me know some more songs by this band. Despite me really liking this one, I've never really ventured too deep into their catalogue. So any songs of this caliber by them that are out there, please let me know. At number 3, we might have a bit of a surprise, considering I said earlier that I'm not a big fan of Disturbed, but here we've got David Draiman with Forsaken making the top 3. This is really a jaw-droppingly good song. I mean, where it fits both the CD and the film is just perfect. The vocal performance on this is just tremendous. Absolutely flawless performance from him, really. And with no disrespect to Jonathan Davis, David Draiman turns an already great song into a masterpiece. Yeah, I just think that this is absolutely incredible. Every time I hear it, I'm like, wow, and it's been, 24 years. And if anything, the more you hear it, the more you appreciate it over time. It's just, like, it really has like a staying power, which some songs lower down on the list don't have. So, bravo to Davis for writing it, and bravo to David Draiman for the performance here. It's just absolutely awesome. It's so memorable, and it's just epic in every way. Highly recommended. Yeah, so number 2, we've got Slept So Long. I remember when I saw the film, I fell in love with the version by Jonathan Davis, and I was quite skeptical as to what the version would be like, but since I heard it, I was like, wow, Jay Gordon's really done an awesome job with Slept So Long. I think, like with Forsaken and David Draiman, Jay Gordon actually improves the song, which is hard to do because Davis is awesome on this song. It's the concert scene, and when I first saw it, I was like, wow, because back then I was a massive Korn fan, and they were like basically my favourite band at the time, so I thought nothing could top that performance. But then when I heard the CD and I heard Jay Gordon, I was like, okay, yeah, fair play, this has been topped. And the lyrics, they bring such lyrics to a superb job of bringing you right into the mindset of what the vampires must feel like. It conjures up images of the film when you're listening to it. Yeah, I just think the lyrics fit the film perfectly, and fit the theme of all the books perfectly, really. The tension rises with the verses, and then the chorus just really, unleashes itself onto you. Both epic and memorable in equal measure. Spine-tingling stuff for sure. I can't really say enough about it. I've listened to this loads over the years, and it never loses the impact, never gets old. Did I mention that chorus? Honestly, it's just truly unforgettable. One of the best songs of this particular era of music. Bravo to Jonathan Davis for writing it, and bravo to Jay Gordon for his awesome performance. The bridge fits in seamlessly as well. Everything about it is just perfect. There's nothing wasted here. Every second of the song is necessary and meaningful, and it's truly unforgettable. And finally, at number 1, we've got Change in the House of Flies by Deftones. For me, the song never gets old either. From the intro to the way it builds up in the verses and then bang in the chorus. Leaves you jaw on the floor. I've owned the album White Pony for over 2 decades now, and I think the whole album, especially, this song really is just absolutely perfect. It's a masterpiece. And I think, obviously it wasn't written for the film, but I think it's a great selection because it just fits it so well. The lyrics, the vibe, everything, it's a masterpiece. The vocals are haunting, the chorus is memorable, and it just grabs you straight away. For me, it's a highlight of the soundtrack, and it says a lot because the last 2 songs that I've covered have just been fantastic, and it's hard to top Forsaken and Slept So Long, but I think this song just does a great job of that. The main riff is awesome, the structure of the song is perfect. It builds so nicely, the melody and everything about it works really well, and it works so well as well in the scene that it's in. I just think every mark that you could give, whether the song itself and its place within the film, top marks for everything. The selection committee did a great job of picking it, and obviously Deftones did an awesome job of writing it. So yeah, that's my list. Obviously no one's going to agree with it 100%. I hope you can see why I've rated the songs as I have. If not, fair play, and feel free to put your lists in the comments. Make sure to check out the playlist that I've put in, and feel free to suggest, more songs. I could throw in there because I'm sure there's going to be tons of great choices that you've got that you thought would have fit the film. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you can think of any more soundtracks that I should review, then just let me know in the comments, please. And thank you so much, and peace out.